Barry Windfield with SmartCycleShopper.com. We're out in Rancho Mirage riding the new Star Stratoliner Deluxe. This bike's basically based on an existing model, the Stratoliner, which has been out, and the Roadliner, which is a kind of a lower order version of the same thing. But for the Deluxe version, they've put some extras on the bike which we found to be very useful in riding the bike. The first is this handlebar mounted fairing, which they developed very carefully in the wind tunnel, and it works extremely well on the bike. It really keeps a lot of the wind blast off the rider's torso, makes it possible to sit in that cruiser riding position even at high speeds on the freeway for quite some length of time. The other differences on the bike are these hard bags which attach to the chassis of the motorcycle, and they come with optional bag liners where you can put all your luggage inside. When you get to the hotel, you pull these two out, take them inside, and you're done. These are lockable as well, which is kind of handy, so you can go into the restaurant, leave your gear on the bike, and it won't be stolen. One of the really trick features of this bike is it has iPod connectivity. The iPod goes into this little slot in the fairing, and the plug is right there. You switch that little baby on, it plays out through the speakers right here in the fairing behind the handlebar. It has a really convenient control box right over here, which gives you the option of muting and pausing the iPod, increasing the volume, and skipping ahead or back to whichever track you want to hear. Essentially, the rest of the bike is unchanged from the Stratoliner that we know and love so dearly. It has this 1854cc 48-degree V-twin, which has a modern 4-valve cylinder head, but the valve train is all operated by push rods, so that it gives it that sort of classic look to the motor. One of the clever things they've also done with this engine is they put the airbox underneath the fuel tank, so you don't have a gigantic air filter next to the engine to get in the way of your knee. We rode this quite some time coming out here, well over 100 miles, and found it to be one of the better balanced cruisers out there. It's very smooth. It has dual counterbalancer shafts in the motor, so you can use the torque right down below 2,000 RPM without the engine trying to shake everything to pieces. It's got a nice extended rev range and a tachometer that you can follow it, where it revs out to about 5,700 RPM. It's redlined from 5 here. You really don't need to rev it that high. It's got a tremendous spread of torque. It's got a lot of power. It's really a fairly fast bike, but it's a very relaxed power delivery, and nobody feels like they're in a hurry when they ride around on this baby. The seat puts you in one position, pretty much can't move around much, but it's so comfortably shaped and it's so generously padded that you can actually stay in the seat for a couple of hours at a time without feeling any discomfort at all.
So what we got here is our 2010 Stratoliner Deluxe. Obviously this isn't the stock one. This is one that we've customized and accessorized with accessories that a customer can get from their local Yamaha Star dealer. To start off with a few things. First off, the custom paint you see is just gorgeous. And that was done by Benny Flores out of San Diego and Jeff Hology. They kind of came up with it, and they did a beautiful job on coming up with some really nice colors for it. Start at the front and tell you a little bit about some of the accessory we got. We got obviously our accessory passing lamps, and one of the big deals we've come up with is our billet wheels. As an OEM, we're really proud of these. They're a nice looking wheel, and they work well, and they'll work on any Roadliner or Stratoliner. But one of the new things that we have on this bike is, and you'll notice, is our lowers here. We got the new fairing lowers. These were actually designed by Jeff Hology also, and they really just add a whole new dimension to the bike. Kind of continuing on back around, we got our obviously saddlebag guards and saddlebag trim rails. We got our Comfort Cruise solo seat and a billet rear fender rack if you really want a solo look. This is also set up for our quick release backrest, so if you want to have a passenger one day and not a passenger the next, you can just have it off in a matter of seconds, and it really makes the bike truly convertible. You know, all these accessories are really in line with the whole Star philosophy of, you know, we build it, but you make it your own. In other words, we're going to give you a really nice place to start, but we're also going to give you a lot of accessories to really make it your own bike.
Star makes the point that this is the top-selling metric cruiser, and although that puts it a long way behind Harley-Davidson in market share, it is right at the top of the list of Asian manufacturers that are competing with Harley-Davidson in this much sought-after cruiser market.